Hello there, YouTube model building community. I'm going to do a really quick video. This one here is not going to take long at all, hopefully. This is in response to Detroit Muscle, DET Muscle, here on YouTube. He put out a question: what was one of your worst fails? In other words, what was one of the kits that, for one reason or another, just didn't work for you? It fell apart, paint didn't work, the fitment issues didn't work, and he got frustrated with it and threw it off the side, threw it away, whatever. He came up with some good tips and ideas on what to do with them. You know, one of his tips: if you have an old body that just didn't work out for you and paint's all ruined or whatever and you can't get it off, that would be a good body to turn around and cut the doors open and then practice doing opening doors, putting them together, seaming up the insides and everything so it all fits together. No sense throwing a good kit away. Use it as a test body. Suck the paint off of it in the purple pond or whatever, and then just use it to practice your painting. Use it as a test thing. You want to turn around and do a paint job on another car, you're going to do a two-tone. You know, prep this, spray your first one down, tape it off, spray your clear so it doesn't seep. Go in there, spray it again. Easy way. Use them. Dr. Cranky showed one, a pickup truck. He had the front nose all hinged and opening up, but it wouldn't close because it kept catching on the body of the cab, so it wouldn't close down. He had the rear bed raised up with hydraulics, but it wouldn't go down because it kept catching on the bed. Had a scratch built, all kinds of scratch built parts on it. Scratch built little gas tank that he went in there on a lathe and hand built, put it in there. And I'll tell you what, that thing was beautiful. Nice, shiny, gorgeous truck. And he had ghost flames and stuff on it or something. That beautiful truck. And I'm sitting here thinking, man, that piece of garbage in his eyes, I'd be very proud to have it sitting up here displayed with mine and be able to say I built that piece. So it's a beautiful truck. So, you know, everybody's eyes of garbage or bad builds or failed builds is all different. I have yet to have a bad fail. I've had a lot that haven't worked for me. I've had quite a few that didn't come out the way I wanted them to, but I still finished them. I found a way to get decent results out of them. It's not anything I'm going to turn around and take to the local hobby town model show and sit on a table. You know, it's going to be sitting up there and I'm going to look at it and think, you know, I had fun. This is what I learned off of that build. And I'm going to take what I learned off of that build and apply it to this one, my next build. I have many that I have turned around and said, you know what, I will never do that again. But they're all sitting in boxes in the cupboard and I can open them up and look at them anytime I want. One, for instance, is one that I brought up, I did a video on. It's a 1968 Pontiac Firebird 400 Ram Air. I had started that kit, apparently. I don't even remember doing it. Had to have been a couple years ago. It was obviously done with some HOK paint, House of Color paint. It had the gold base underneath it. Sitting here looking at it now thinking, what was I thinking? At the same time, when I first got in the hobby, I saw Cranky, and he turned around doing all this stuff, just throwing this there. Here's how I do this, here's how I do that. Next thing you know, I buy me a kit, and I'm doing it all. I didn't do it. It kind of went garbage, fell on the wayside. He was talking about pearl powder, so I went and bought the whole huge 36 powder kit thing. you know, and you get these little pearl powders and you mix them into your clears and you spray them on your body for accents and things. Of which, Chevy Cheeseburger build. Got some ideas there, buddy. So, I got it all. I mixed a bunch of colors in. Some blues, some greens, some grays. And bought me some flame masks. I sprayed it all down. And I do remember at one time this kit looked like a freaking marble. You know, one of the big marbles you used to play with when you was a kid, or a bowling ball, gumball. I mean, it was just a bright, shiny, glossy, mirror-like, and I hadn't done anything. This is just from the pearl powders that I put into it. And I do remember spraying that on this kit. Where the candy apple red and the gold base over the flames came from, I don't remember doing that. So, kind of interesting. So I have taken and learned from every one of my builds by doing techniques that you people here on YouTube have taught me, and I've mentioned that many, many times before. And some stuff worked, some didn't, but I always completed the model. I've got this one here. If you guys have seen my other videos, this had a big crack. I'm not sure what happened to it across the roof. Don't know where the hood happened to disappear to, but I ended up finding it in a box and all buggered up. I've got a big crack here. You can see cracks right there. More over here. Some more back in here. I don't know how they came. And with the exception of them cracks, this paint job wasn't cleared or anything, and it's been sitting in a storage unit for about 2.5 years. And, you know, I'm thinking the cold and the hot and the cold, you know, whatever. But I have other models sitting in the same box next to it that came out just fine. Don't know. This is the only one that have House of Color paints on it, though. Who knows? So here's what I decided to do. It would have been really nice had it not cracked. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and junk it up. I've got a video, and it was actually my very first how-to video, and it's just a test video, just to kind of see what would happen if I did it, and how to get the camera angles and everything. And I took what was a good paint job, minus the cracks in it, a nice, shiny, smooth, clean finish on it, and using some acrylics, I've added some blacks and a couple different color browns, using Dr. Cranky salting technique, and done that on the front. Now the hood was already a gloss black. I just sprayed a flat acrylic paint with my airbrush over it, and it gives it that faded, dulled look to where it was shiny at one time and then just gradually, and it does it as it fades into where I've got the rust. I'm still going to be doing some dry brushing and stuff on this. You know, I've got a red rust right here. I don't know if you can see that. Red rust. I have a rusty pipe right here. And I have the oxide brown, you know, all kinds of different rusty colored looking colors. And some orange and yellows that I'm going to kind of sponge onto this and gunk it up some more. So, again, a failed kit has given me the opportunity to turn around and try more weathering, more destruction. A lot of people see a lot of the rusty stuff that I do, and they ask me how I do it, and I say I'd make something clean, and then wherever there's a bad spot on there, I just put some rust on it, cover it up, and next thing you know, you got yourself a junker. 99.9% of that statement's true. It's like, oh, there's a bug there. Better tap some sponging on there and get some paint, cover it up with some rust. So, Detroit Muscle, there you go. Got many, 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 many failed cars. but a learning experience and a completed build out of each and every one of them. Oh, this one here is going to be interesting. I can't find my rear panel here and the little bumper piece that comes down that holds the bumper on. So I might be able to learn how to do some more scratch building. Not sure how I'm going to do it yet, but I got to come up with something. I'm also missing something else. Can't remember what it was. I got the motor, but there was something else missing on it too. But I just figure, you know what, it's a junker. If I have to turn around, just throw it out in the weeds, and that's good. Now, bottom came out really nice, and then I went and used sophisticated finishes and buggered it all up. I am going to do some brushing on this stuff and, you know, some sponging and stuff and add some color to it. It's not going to be completely rotted like that. But that's it. Take what you have, try and experiment with the bad, and try to make something good out of it. And like I said before, this looks like crap, and Cranky even quoted me, is it looks like garbage, just like I like it. Take advantage of it. I don't care what this looks like when it comes out. The body's garbage. I mean, the only thing you do is cut it up. So this would be a good one to turn around and cut up the doors and try doing hinged doors. I have yet to try that. But with the paint that's on there and stuff, I don't want to take a chance of messing it up even more, because I can still make something out of this failed piece of garbage. Hopefully it'll be nice and beautiful when I'm done. So that's it. I guess this went on a little bit longer than I thought, but that's my answer to you. Thanks for asking the question, and good video, Cranky. I loved your truck. Have a great one. Bye.